is down, that is going to be very tough to play out. The obvious downside of this is that the composition for BNK takes very shortly. As this wave comes through, this contest is obviously not really going to be a thing. Most likely Raptor is just going to use the prior declarers on top to trade for the grubs. And BD, yeah, he had Faded Ashes as well.
For it, you know, you're like, please fight over this objective.
Kellen's level 5 though. I think he really needs to hit 6 if they want to go aggressive here. There you go. Got off mid.
Just standing in mid, getting it. And I think, you know, one grub will go the way of KT here, but Raptor gets on in. There's that engage on a BDD, but he just flashes it. And now we've got Cousin around spot. He's going to have to flash away. In goes Vikla just to die immediately. Way too over-aggressive.
TP coming in.
Say, okay, that's fine. As they're looking to play front to back here, Kellen getting low, but in goes clear, and he's Ambessa. He's in there with all of them as the Jarvan traps everybody in this one. Oh, the polymorph is huge on a clear, actually. Will prevent BDD from going down. Pretty dicey situation. Perfect thinking about a bit more. And at the end of the day, you can see that Diablo, you know, he's at least able to chip away at Perfect, but Aya, so he's got at least the Feather Swarm to survive a bit longer. Especially when you're going up against Jarvan, you really need that flash, as you mentioned earlier on. KT trying to burst down the dragon. You see that clear is here, but he does not have smite, so I think you just smite it and try to get away. That's really the question. As the ult comes over the wall, clear continuing in on this one, but KT just don't really want too much of this at all. They say, okay, we got the objective, we get out. Cool ult, but we've had enough. Raptor, though, should be able to stop some backs and be increasingly annoying. Kellen here as well.
Meanwhile, in mid, Diablo's, I'm seeing on the minute, going in
Diablo
2. We'll see how that ends up going. Looks like he is fine. Definitely showing some of his... And that was a big mistake there about BNK, because they got the one...
Yep, chopping away at this one.
Thank you, Jarvan Standard, for giving us attack speed.
Yep.
Is BNK. Looks like they got a good chunk of damage on already. Vikla is in a flank position, level 2 on the ultimate. This could be good for BNK, but KT aren't afraid.
Ducktom has to flash away from the Ambessa as now Wei has to flash over to his AD carry, just trying to fight front to back, but it's painful as the ult comes in on a Kellen. Nobody does anything to Kellen after that ult hits him. So very messy fighting. Re-engage comes in, and now we got the follow-up here, the aggressive ult, but immediately Diablo will be punished for that. Perfect takes him out, as it is a 2 for 2 so far. Vikla trying to get back in, trying to get out now actually, as Cuz looking for the chase, and he will have the freeze. That's a double kill for BDD, and it will be KT barely getting across the line.
And Diablo does go for another aggressive ult. This is a win, but BNK with those Hellbars must have known that they were taking a risk. And instead, a huge win for KT as they get the Herald and win the fight.
Yeah, we were reminded by Gaihan that in his interview, Diablo, he said, you know, high risk, high reward is my play style.
Yep.
Very much high risk. Not much reward that time around, but, you know, he's had a lot of big rewards so far in the series.
I was about to say, I would imagine that KT is going to contest it. They did invest a teleport, though. We'll see. This is a moment where BNK can either try and really get a foothold in this game, as they're going aggressive on Ducktom here.
Okay. Kellen, he presses R button for some reason. So did Clear.
Well, they got Drake.
I'm sure they have their own reasons. I just don't know what they are, but...
We're not meant to know anything, though. That's possible catching them off guard, and then they were very much on guard. Didn't really work out. Because Vikla, this Akali needs to have an impact in this game. Even if it's just a single kill onto Ducktom, because otherwise this pick doesn't do anything. Right? It has one job, which is threaten, or even if you do catch Ducktom, it's going to be tough. And KT, even though the gold looks even, I think are quite favored from this point on. The game isn't won by any means, and a catch like this might be Perfect's undoing.
Just going to try to flash it, but can he flash the Akali? He can't. He doesn't have it anymore. He's not getting any help from his team. No TP's coming in. This is a 2-on-1. Perfect. Just trying to hop around a bunch, but you're not getting away from these two, so Just trying to waste as much time as possible.
Oh, Raptor.
Here's the flank, not in range.
That was close. And what could have been, if they actually get the flash from Duckdown there, maybe a setup for Otacon ends up just being a kill. It's nice, but not really going to be the turnaround. Although that is Shadow Flame now done for Vikla, so that is a big spike that was found.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good chunk. SteRX is done though here for Raptor, and he also has Sundered, so a couple of autos will get him into fighting shape. Vikla will get spotted by the wave here. Is this the opportunity we're waiting for? Clear is there as well.
I mean, there's just massive flanks from both sides. The redemption. Found it! But the ult comes in. Duckdom and the engage from Diablo as well. But Duckdom is alive. They don't take him out. And now the Jinx. Oh, the combo does come in, but it's a little bit too little too late from the side of Raptor. And now Clear is getting run down. We've got Vikla as well, kind of hidden in the jungle. And KT just thinking, okay, do we just continue to chase the Ambessa, or do we just take Vikla down? Kind of a funky spot, but this should be some objectives here for the side of KT. They will take down this Cloud Drake at least. Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're just way too fed at this point in time. Like,
they should be.
There's just so many carries, so much scaling. We're 26 minutes into the game. Cuz is just gonna catch Raptor as the damage comes in. Duckdom gonna take him down. Vikla's totally alone. He's just gonna be cleaned up. It's free. It's just free food for KT. And I mean, what are you gonna do against BDD as well? His positioning has been 10 out of 10 perfect in this game. One of the things you got to know about Azir, it's not always about the flashy play. He's just right on top of Duckdom the entire time. Cuz sets up the first kill. He's ready for Vikla on the flank. It was kind of a sad flank from Vikla, but either way, it's just perfect for KT.
No, perfect's the top laner. As Otacon is going to take
on KT.
Yeah, KT should just be cruising towards the expected victory in a bit more strenuous manner than maybe was expected, but they are KT, so are you really ever surprised?
No.
No, you're not.
I mean, I really thought that KT would be able to beat themselves by 2-0ing BNK today. That was my official prediction, but yeah, they lost game 2 somehow. And now we're back to the regular scheduled programming. It is KT beating them over the head with their gigantic wallets and just looking to push the bottom lane. They got the Otacon, they got the Baron. And that is a deadly combo because you've got all this pushing power, which just makes diving that much easier, right? So that's exactly what they're going to look to do. They're looking for Raptor. They do get onto BDD, but immediately the Lulu ult comes in, and BDD finds a bit of an ult. Kind of wonky, actually. Looking pretty good for BNK. Perfect is so tanky and so fed at this point in time. Not the greatest fight here for KT, though. Duckdom is going to get excited. He's got a couple of kills. The Penta angle is alive and well, but everybody just going to spread out and avoid him to deny it, and he's still got the Otacon buff.
Yeah, they got fresh teleports coming in. They're not afraid. BDD has rejoined the fray, and KT about to take the 2-0 here, Valdez. I know the Nexus hasn't fallen yet, but as long as Duckdom is standing...
Delayed Penta?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, no. Right.
The soldier just bonks Akali over the head. That's the end of that one. Another double kill for BDD. And that'll be 2 games won here in the best of 3 for KT Rolster. They take it down